Alright guys, so today I want to talk about, that out of the way, making your own cordage. And I know that there are a lot of videos out there on cordage, on the twisting part of it, but today is going to be more or less an encouragement for people to go out there and do experiments. I've made cordage out of a lot of different materials, different kinds of inner bark, cedar, even maple, plants like stinging nettles, cattails, different kinds of grasses. I've made rope out of plastic bags, out of newspaper, out of toilet paper. Alright, so this is the way I approach cordage, because every fiber is going to be able to last for a certain amount of time under certain conditions. Okay, so I experiment. This is the way I do it. If I can twist fiber into a bracelet, I'll wear it as a bracelet. I'll wear it in the shower. I won't take it off. And I'll know if it becomes brittle over time, if it is really susceptible to water, or what its strengths and what its weaknesses are, because there's always something out there you can use for a situation. Some fibers, like roots, aren't really great into turning into rope, but they're really great at lashing, right? So if you have something you want to lash that is not going to be constantly being moved and adjusted, you can use a rope, and that'll work really great. All right, so what I'm going to demonstrate with today is newspaper. Now I have different stages of how I prepare newspaper. Now the reason why I'm using newspaper is not because it's an amazing fiber and you'll wind up with a product that's super durable. No, it's not. It can become very strong if you make it very thick, but as soon as it gets wet, it's pretty much done for. But that's important to know, right? So here's how I process newspaper. I get newspaper like that, and you want to tear it from the top to the bottom. You don't want to tear it like this, because you won't get straight pieces. So the way I tear it is just like that, and you wind up getting with pretty straight pieces. Okay, now if I were to just take this and start twisting it the way it is, it would be very, very difficult, because these edges would tear because of the twisting motion. So it takes a very specific process to make it viable for cordage, and I only learned it because I did experiments. Here's some more strips that I had pre-done. The way you get it, the first step after you tear it, is you make these little balls, okay? And what happens is you just crumple it. You want to get it loose. You want to break up all the hard edges so it becomes so it's not flat. You want it to be like this. Okay, it's just all wrinkly. Okay, once you get that, then it's much easier to twist it, because you're not dealing with a bunch of flat, brittle edges. Okay, and you just twist it. Here, I'll get close. You twist it away from yourself, twist it away, and then twist it back. It's called a double reverse wrap, or it's called a reverse wrap. The double reverse wrap is when you go back and do it again on top of itself. Let me show you this again. Twist it away, and then back towards yourself. Okay, and you can already see the formation of rope. Now this rope only took me maybe like 10 minutes to make. Okay, and this is probably about 5 different sections of paper spliced together. Okay, now is this rope strong? It depends on what you're going to use it for, but yeah, it is actually surprisingly strong. In order to smooth out all the splices and make it even stronger, you need to do a double reverse wrap. Okay, and so how that's accomplished is you take it, find the center point, so it looks like that, and you just reverse everything. So before, we were first twisting it away from our body. Now we're going to twist it towards us, and then on the when you twist it over itself, it's going to be in the motion away from your body. Now keep in mind this is all going backwards because of the camera. Here's how I do it. I twist it towards me like that, and then over. And in that way causes all of your splicing to be that much stronger. Okay, so you can see it's going to double the thickness of the rope. It's also going to increase the strength. Okay, now like I said, newspaper is, well, it's surprisingly good at making cordage. Does it last? You know, if it gets wet, it won't last at all. If you can keep it dry and keep it so you're not constantly readjusting it, use it as a lashing somehow, then it probably would work surprisingly well. I just wouldn't trust it to stay dry, you know, with humidity and stuff, but it's a good tool to practice on. Okay, so a lot of people find cordage to be kind of this mysterious thing, to be able to go out and create your own rope. Most of us just buy rope in the store. I just want to encourage everyone who's watching this to experiment. Do the wrist experiment where you make it, turn it into a bracelet and wear it in the shower, wear it everywhere, get it dirty, get it, you know, get it exposed to the sun, so that you know if it's going to fall apart when it gets wet, if it can get brittle when it gets wet and then dries. These are all things that are really important to know if you're out in a survival situation and you're betting your life on the quality of your rope. Alright, so I hope this helped anybody out there who's interested in this area of making cordage. Please leave me a comment if you have any further questions. Now I realize this video was not in-depth about how to actually make cordages, different splicing techniques. You know, you can find that elsewhere. I just want to you know, fill in the gaps between what's out there and stuff that I've thought about when I'm doing these skills. Alright, but if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. Thanks a lot, guys.